Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Relevant Jukebox, and today we're going to talk about the latest album from Olivia Rodrigo, Sour. So this is the much anticipated debut from the singer-songwriter Olivia Rodrigo, who absolutely blew up into the stratosphere earlier this year in January. That seemingly came out of nowhere when she released her single Driver's License. Now this track was just about everywhere on TikTok, making its rounds, and you know, it's a pretty decent track overall, a pretty forlorn piece of Zoomer bedroom pop, whose appeal mainly I think lands in the lyricism and the message that she's trying to get across, because instrumentally it wasn't too much to write home for me at least, but I was looking forward to hearing a debut project over here considering how much buzz was behind her. And now the full length is finally out and it seems to be connecting with a lot of folks on the internet, which is great, maybe except me. Now obviously I am not an 18-year-old girl, so a lot of the subject matter in the lyrics is just not going to come off relatable to me, but that's okay. I can still enjoy an album from an artist as long as the rest of the presentation is appealing. But, you know, with Sour, that's just not the case. I mean, this album is absolutely all over the place and has no idea really what it's going for, in my opinion. Now, this album actually kicks off with a bang with the track Brutal, which is like this pop rock rager. Vocally, I gotta say, I feel like Olivia feels a little bit out of place on this style of music. I mean, it sounds like a pop singer that's doing their best punk impression. And the instrumental has a nice beefy recording and sound to it overall, but it just plays out like a very cliche rock track in my opinion. But the rest of this LP is not even close to what that opening track suggests, as every single track just about that follows it just feels like the last song on the album somehow. Because, I mean, as soon as Brutal ends, it is a pretty violent shift in tone and mood onto the next track. And the vibe is just so intimate and specific and vulnerable, it just misses me overall. Now, there are two other tracks on here that do pick up and go in a little bit more of a rock direction, but it does not yield exciting results like the first cut, in my opinion. I mean, it just sounds like a commercial sheen has just been filtered over them. I mean, consuming this album in full feels like an artist that honestly had a couple tracks that they had written that were pretty strong and just got some unexpected momentum, and then a major label came in and swooped it up and said, like, this is the image that we're gonna go for here, and we need a couple more rockin' tracks to get this thing to 11. And yeah, the whole thing just feels like a just sloppy mixed bag of results, which I'm sure is appealing to some. Again, I mean, taking the subject matter of a lot of the messaging and the lyrics aside, you know, that will be the most appealing factor, I think, going on here. But let's also not forget that Olivia Rodrigo came out of the High School Musical series, so it's almost not surprising that this thing is just being pushed right into the forefront of everybody's faces right now.
Coincidence? I think not!
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, she has a decent voice. I mean, there is still, again, a lot of potential maybe going on here, but the way that this all unravels, at least on this album, I'm just gonna wait for the next one. And with that being said, I'm feeling a 4 over here on Sour. So, given the popularity of this release, it did get a lot of different variants on vinyl. I mean, almost every major retailer has released an exclusive pressing. You had Target have their own, Walmart had their own, and maybe what I think was the most appealing looking one was the Amazon exclusive on transparent purple, but it's already sold out by now. So good luck tracking this down if you can find it. I'm sure it's at a local record store somewhere. But if you have listened to Sour already, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and share, and if you want more content from me, hit that subscribe button. Peace.